So my name's Shayla. I'm gonna talk a little bit about grief and like losing loved ones, and mostly about like coping and how I've developed healthier ways to cope with things because I'm sure some of you have lost a loved one and you know what death feels like and how it is to have to figure out how to continue life, without this person there. And it's hard and it's difficult, and everybody has different ways that they cope with things. And for me, growing up, I did not have the healthiest way to cope with anything. It was terrible. It was so bad. I would just act like nothing happened. I wouldn't allow myself to cry about it or feel things or talk to anybody. Even now, I'm not the best with just sharing my emotions. It's difficult a little bit, especially with people I don't know. Like a therapist, that does not work for me. When I was around 7 or 8, I lost my grandparent and my grandpa. And if you've lost a grandparent, you know how that you lose a pillar in your family. They have so many people around them, and it really just it's tough, okay? And I was with my papa when he was going through stage 4 lung cancer, and I watched him lose his hair, and I watched him really battle internally, and it was rough. It was so bad. And every weekend I'd go and see him, and I'd see him get skinnier and him get a little less, lively, and that was very difficult. And I didn't really deal with his death, especially when I found out. I was not okay with it, and I didn't allow myself to feel those emotions. And the way that I actually have been able to process it as I've gotten older, which it's been a while for me to even deal with that, that was through music, and which sounds like such a cliche thing to say. I know, but it's so nice for me. I started singing, and I've been really interested in that, and playing music. There's my keyboard, and just being into that world, being able to write my feelings down on a page and make it sound beautiful, and not having to share them if I don't want to. They can stay in my notebook for as long as they want if that's something that I want to do, and that's such a blessing for me. And I'm really happy that I've been able to find my coping mechanism. And if you struggle with dealing with things, then you'll find your thing. I promise you'll find it, and it might take you longer than it took me, and that's okay. So excuse my cat.